Happy New Year's. It's Arlo with Cross Country Mortgage, Monday, January 6th. Hope the video finds you well and you had some time to recharge over the holidays. I don't retake videos very often. This one's a retake. I'm trying to make it a little shorter. Last one I was getting into 3.5, 4 minutes. So I'm going to try and get through the info a little more quickly with you and kick off the new year, but give you some helpful information. The email looks long. It's mostly graphics. First thing I laid out was some appreciation forecasts of a little bit more than a dozen organizations. All gave what they expected appreciation rates to be. One of them was negative, 14 of them were positive, but most of these ones are coming in between 2 and 5%. It looks like it's still going to be a good year to own real estate and also maybe a better year to start in the beginning of the year so that you can participate in that appreciation throughout the year, get some equity built up quickly. Next up, inventory levels. Year over year, every single month, when 23 is compared to 24, we've seen slight increases in inventory levels. That's a reflection that the market is shifting a little bit towards the buying side. It's a little softer. Buyers have more choices. Hopefully that helps and shorten your buyer life cycle, and you don't have to compete with as many other buyers out there and then get beat out, and it draws things out. Next up, the historically high home equity. Sometimes agents are coming to me, hey, I heard there are clients. I'm waiting until there's a foreclosure crisis because everything's so expensive. We think a lot of people won't be able to afford and they'll get forced into foreclosure. Not with record levels of equity from what I'm seeing. If you think about it, when you're sitting on 50,000, 100,000 to 400,000 of equity, you're not going to go into foreclosure and give up all that equity. You're going to sell your house first for profit. So if you need to rebalance or affordability is a challenge because inflation has crept in, people will rebalance and have to start over, but they're not going to just let the home go into foreclosure with hundreds of thousands of equity. So that's probably not happening this year. Home affordability is my next chart. It's at worst levels we've seen since the 1980s. Chart only goes back to 98, and this is the worst that we've seen it since 98 and even since the 80s. It's hands down the number one challenge in the market. So buy downs are still, I think they're talked about a lot less than they were 2 years ago, but temporary buy downs could be a great way to combat these higher mortgage rates and carrying costs for the next couple of years. Lastly, first-time home buyers are 38 years old now. That's the highest that we've seen reported in 15 years. They're having to wait longer because of needing to secure better jobs and needing to have more money to complete the purchase and just being forced out from an affordability standpoint. Hope some of the market stats help you know what's going on with the market and where we are, and then help you position in some conversation with your clients. Make it a great first full week of 2025. I look forward to supporting you along the way.